Now that's the best you're going to get in here for lighting for this place. There's no ceiling light. Rental units don't have ceiling lights. Sorry. The Killing Moon. When I first started reading it, I like the fact on the storyline there's a gatherer. There's a man, he's a gatherer, and what he does is he goes into people's homes when they're going to pass away in the night, and he helps to soothe them. Sometimes these people are going to pass away, sometimes they've been judged or convicted to die. And he goes in and he helps to soothe them, let them rest in their sleep so that they pass away gently. You know, it's like he brings them good dreams so they can pass away in peace. So I got that. Oh, then the one guy he goes to, he wakes up and he's really upset. He knows who he is. He's mad. He's terrified. He's this and that, and starts telling the gatherer off and everything else. And anyway, so that doesn't go well, and he dies in shock and anger and upset. And I don't know, people can tell because of the look on his face and everything when he passes away. So this was kind of like an error or mistake that the gatherer made, which obviously isn't good. From there, I just found it got very confusing, and I stuck with it. I'm on, well, page 115 now, and I couldn't get into it, and I was just kind of getting confused and lost, and so I thought, okay, I'm going to go read more about this book and what it's about. Try to get that storyline going in my head of what's going on. And I did, and I thought, man, it sounds good, you know? Read the back, sounds good. And I go to Goodreads, and what people are saying about it sounds good. I read the plot and the theme and what's supposed to be happening. I thought, this sounds good. So then I was on about page 100 then, and I read, another 15 pages, and I just can't get there. I just feel like I'm totally lost. And it doesn't mean the book's not good. It could just mean that it's not my cup of tea right now. I have read books before that I couldn't get through. I stopped reading them, and I go back, whatever. I've actually picked up books a year later. I had a book that I read, and I put it on Goodreads, and I really didn't care for it. I forgot that I had read it. I picked it up again, and it could have been, I don't know how long it was in between. I think it was like 4 years. I thought, this book is somewhat familiar. But I read the book, and I thought, this is for making my plant hangers, which I hadn't made one for a long time. I put the yarn through here and weave. That's why it's hanging there. I put the stool here, and I put the yarn through, and anyways, yeah, and then I thought, wow, I can't even remember the book now, but I thought, wow, what a good book that was. And I went back to Goodreads, and here I had a review on Goodreads from whatever, 4 years ago or something, or 3 years ago, where I didn't really care for it, and I didn't like it, and I just couldn't get into it. And then I happened to pick it up again. Yes, it was a little bit familiar, and I read it, and I thought, wow, this is really a good book. So that happens. It doesn't mean that I won't enjoy it some other time. Sometimes I just think it's just the place that you're in. So I was out the other day, I had a doctor's appointment, so I stopped at the library and I wandered around a little bit. But I would like to try to come back to that. Wow. I think my video shut off. Weird. So one of the books I picked up, I went to our small library instead of the big one. Parking's much easier at small. And I picked up The Gilded Hour. Sarah, Donati, international best-selling author of Into the Wilderness. I don't have my reading glasses on. And there's a shadow on the book. So far, it's about Anna, who is a doctor. And of course, this is at a time where people are not into women doctors and they don't believe she can help because she is a woman. And to make matters a little bit worse, she actually has she's not black, but she has black in the family. She's a mixed, I think they call it mulatto. But they don't actually say that word in the book. They haven't so far. But since she has a different coloring, and makes it a little bit more difficult for people to trust her, unfortunately. And then she's a female doctor, and people just are not very receptive of that. This is when vaccinations first came out. Sorry, I don't remember the year. I just started reading this, and she's trying to convince everybody to get vaccinated. Smallpox and measles and stuff have went through the area she's in and has killed off a lot of parents, and there's a lot of orphan kids right now that she's trying to help out and trying to get them to orphanages. And there's also a sergeant, a police officer who's come in, 1883, New York City. Crushing Poverty, Tremendous Change. Anna's work has placed her in the path of 4 children who have lost everything, just as she herself once had. Anyways, so I don't know. I don't know yet if I'm going to like it. It's on page 28 right now. That's it. There's nothing real exciting going on yet, but something exciting better happen because this is a pretty big book. And if it goes on like it is right now, it'll be a very boring book because I won't be able to get through it. There's 739 pages. So we shall see. Give it a try. That's what I'm doing right now. Sapphire Saffiq is the last one I read. Unfortunately, this is the second book, which I didn't know. But it was pretty good. I didn't mind it. Incarceron is the first one. It also got pretty good reviews on Goodreads. Has some magic in it, and the lands are a little bit difficult. There's different realms, like different worlds and different realms, and maybe because I didn't read the first one also, I found it a little bit confusing, but I got it all straightened out anyways. I've read better sci-fi, but it's okay. I didn't mind it either. Catherine Fisher. Saffiq, but read Incarceron first. The prince has his memory taken away. He's sent to another, I guess, I don't know, realm or world that's just called prison. And the real world, the outside, they call it, is not what it seems. It's not really a world. It seems like none of these places are really worlds. They're realms, or there's always something you don't understand about each realm. Anyways, Attia, I don't know how you say her name, the main character, it's Attia, Attia. I really thought she was going to do a whole lot more in this book. It kind of builds up like she's going to be the female, heroine, but I don't know, she was a little bit lacking in the end there. They didn't do as much with her as I thought they were going to do. That was a bit of a disappointment. But there's a princess, but is she a princess? There's the prince who's lost his memory, so he doesn't know who he is. There's Rix, R-I-X, and he's supposed to be like a magician, but he's supposed to be all like smoke and mirrors, but I think he actually pulls off some real magic, and he's supposed to be portrayed as crazy, and everybody keeps saying he's crazy, but I kind of think he pulled off some real magic there for being crazy. So
I'll wait 5 minutes and then I'll stop and thought.
It's fine.
Now I must go and read back on the 14.